We're going to look at a series of tight loop roll casts and then wide loop roll casts. The tight loop ones will stop rod straight position somewhere around 36 degrees to 32 degrees. There's one. That one's closer to 32 degrees. Nice SLP. In fact, that's a little bit of a concave path in the fly leg. You'll see some roll casts in Mel Krieger's book with concave paths. Pretty cool. Here's another tight loop. Pretty consistent stop positions. Rod straight position is 31 degrees there maybe. Again, pretty consistent. Nice SLP, straight line path. Rod straight position around 32 degrees above the horizon. I like throwing these tight loops, they're fun. That's a nice roll cast, right? Yeah, nice tight loop. Now I'm going to throw wide and watch where the RSP is, rod straight position. 46 degrees above the horizon. I'm stopping sooner to throw wide. Nice convex doming fly leg. Rod straight position, call it 49 degrees. .46 degrees RSP, something like that. Nice convex path, big fly leg. So what's going on here is that the stop position is irrelevant to the size of the loop. When we throw tight, we are starting with little speed. Little speed. I'm inching the rod forward. Inching forward, the rod's not bent very much. You can see that because the line it's not blurred much yet. Now the line's blurring. Look at the top of the rod tip, it's blurred a lot. Now it's really starting to go fast. Now it's going super fast. It's very much blurred, so I'm hitting top speed right here. I'm almost at RSP. Look, that rod's really bent over right now. So at the very end of the stroke, I'm going fast. At the very beginning of the stroke, I'm going really slow. Ain't much happening there. Let's see what happens when we throw a wide loop roll cast. Let's see how much the rod bends early in the stroke. Look at that. It's already blurring considerably early on. Our students start with loads of speed in the very beginning of the cast. And then what happens? Because they're going so fast early in the cast, they can only slow down to a stop. They can't speed up. What's the result? A big doming convex loop. With any headwind at all, their Chernobyl's going to blow right back into their face. So let's take a look at a superimposition of wide loop and tight loop roll cast. So what you see here is that when I start fast with one rod, you can see my hand coming way down really early in the stroke. I started them at the same time, and the one sort of in the foreground finishes early. And look at this. Look at this big wide. Okay. The one little behind it finishes late because I started with slow speed and then jolted it right at the end. And I ended up with a tight loop. There's the difference. So the image on the right is the wide loop, and the one on the left is the tight loop. You're going to see that the wide loop one on the right has got a huge amount of rod load early in the stroke. And you can actually see the convexity come off. You can see the big dome there already on the right, fly leg. And the guy on the left has started with very little rod speed. He's begun with he's kind of creeping the rod forward, inching it forward. Still doesn't have much rod speed at all, whereas when the right-hand caster was at this position here, he had loads of rod bend. And the result for the guy on the left is you can actually see the SLP right there. You can see that flat fly leg, much more efficient. And what's cool here is you see that the wide loop caster on the right has stopped 50 degrees above the horizon. The tight loop guy has stopped later. He's closer to horizontal. Again, stop position unrelated to loop size / shape. So what happens when instead of lurching forward like that, oh, that's a beautiful wide loop roll cast. It's almost a perfect circle. That's pretty cool. This is the beauty of video. You see stuff you're not going to see if you're looking right down the fly line from the caster's position. So here he says, you know what? My instructor told me to start slow. I'm going to start slow. Little rod rotation and speed. He's still not going very fast. He's still not going fast. He's still not going fast. The rod's just beginning to bend. Now it's bending some. Now he juices it. Finally, he gets some rod bend, and let's look at his rod tip path. Nice roll cast. And when your student makes the tight loop roll cast, her Chernobyl zips out through the wind and she catches the fish.